What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. First and foremost, I want to say happy Free Comic Book Day. It is May 6th, which means that if you can get your butt out to a freaking comic book shop, I highly recommend that you do so. From indie comics to Marvel and DC, there's a little bit of everything out there for everybody. But I do know that there are a lot of people that simply can't make it out to a comic store. Whether your situation is like me, where you live an hour and a half from your closest comic book shop, or you're simply too busy working and you got too much going on that you can't make it out there. That's why we're covering the Dawn of DC Night Terrors Special Edition. Now, if you've been keeping up with all the solicitations and all of that good stuff, you'll know that Night Terrors is coming out soon. Once I took a peek at the checklist, I was a little bit overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie, because there are roughly 50 issues coming out over the next 2 months. That's a lot of freaking comics, especially considering that this is a 4-issue limited series, which means there are roughly 46 different comics that are all one-shots connected to this. But this will also be the only video that we put out today. DC Comics does have one other comic book that is available for Free Comic Book Day, but it's really just recycled material. It's stories that we already got about City Boy, about The Vigil, and about Spirit World that comes out next week. Unfortunately, Marvel did not drop any digital content, at least for Free Comic Book Day, so I don't have anything from Marvel Comics to give you guys on the channel. And this is going to be a relatively short issue, it's just a sneak peek. But at the end of this, I am going to show you guys all the awesome variant covers that they threw in this, with the story being written by Joshua Williamson. The pencils are Chris Bachalo and Howard Porter. The inks are Jamie Mendoza, Danny Miki, Chris Bachalo, and Howard Porter. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so considering this is Free Comic Book Day, this is a free comic all in itself. That means we don't have to edit any of the dialogue out today. We're going to show you every single page that is out there. The story starts us off in Gotham. We get dialogue from Damian Wayne, aka Robin. And for those of us that have been keeping up with everything going on with Damian, he has been through a lot lately. But now he finds himself back in Gotham City working with his father. Just recently, they took down Firefly and Killer Moth, with Batman escorting them to Arkham. Damian is currently in the need of a nap, and so when he goes to lay down, he finds himself in the dreamscape. He is on the beach of Lazarus Island before it had been destroyed. For years, he had trained his REM cycle to process the day's event and cases, to be able to work out any unsolved issues from that day. Here in this dream, we have Talia al Ghul and Batman, both of them sitting under an umbrella on the beach. This is really a representation of his own internal wishes for his mother and father to be happy. But the other individuals here are Connor Hawke and Flatline. This is his mind telling him that he should probably reach out to his friends, see what they have been doing ever since Lazarus Island. As he goes around and he explores more of the island, this is where he finds something very odd. Some inner part of his brain he believes is manifesting a almost dead-like creature. Those manifestations come in the form of Talia al Ghul and Batman. They speak on how he should have been smothered in the crib, how they should have never allowed a little killer like him to be able to live. But these are issues that Damian has already dealt with. He knows that his parents love him and are proud of him. But he also knows that this is his dream, which means he is in control. As he tries to adjust things, this is where we see that this is not his dream. With glimpses of the Flash, of Wonder Woman, of Green Lanterns, of the Titans' fall, he is quickly seeing that he is in some kind of nightmare collective subconscious. That is when the voice speaks to him, telling him that he is smart, just like his old man, but also saying that the Big Bat isn't the hero that we all believe he is. And the same could be said about all of his lovely friends. On the outside, they are shiny. On the outside, they seem to be superheroes. But deep down inside of all of them is the monsters. And whoever this voice is saying that they are hiding something from him. And once this person finds it, they will all pay. When Damian goes to ask who this individual is, they say that it is someone that wants the world to know the truth, to believe what they believe. This is when he begins to take a trip on what looks to be a psychedelic trip down Beetlejuice's lane. Eyeballs and zebra-striped arms coming from all directions. Damian believing that none of this is real, that he's in control. In an instant, he finds himself waking up. Batman coming into the room, telling him that he's having a nightmare. That's when Damian goes on to explain what just happened. A voice unlike anything he has ever heard, telling him that him and his friends are all monsters. But we quickly see that this nightmare is not over. With Batman having giant blue eyes, we see that he is still stuck in the nightmare, as he screams that this is not real, begging to wake up. That is where he wakes up standing on a building next to Batman. They just took down Firefly and Killer Moth. Batman is saying that Damian had really passed out for a moment right after taking them down. This puts him in a state of confusion. He thought that they had already taken them to Arkham, and then he had this dream that he was home. He doesn't really remember much. This is when Batman believes that maybe Damian has been pushed too hard. With everything that they have been through, everything that has happened to them, he wonders if Damian just needs a break, needs some time off. And while Damian tells his father that he worries too much, that this was just a dream, it appears that there is something far deeper right underneath the surface. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. A very quick introduction onto the psychedelic artwork and the trippy adventure that we're about to take during Night's Terror. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest, I'm gonna do my best to keep up with every single issue, but this is a big event, and I worry that it's too big. With so many issues, it's gonna be so hard for so many people to even keep up with this, let alone be able to afford such an expansive story. I mean, we have Action Comics, Angel Breaker, Batman, Black Adam, Catwoman, Detective Comics, Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, Nightwing, Poison Ivy, Ravager, Punchline, Robin, Shazam, Superman, The Flash, The Joker, Titans, Wonder Woman, and Zatanna, all issue number 1s and issue number 2s. But it looks like Joshua Williamson wants to take the trip down some horror comics. Each of the miniseries is going to feature DC superheroes or supervillains confronting their worst nightmares. Based off of what we have seen so far, this does look to be relatively promising, and some of this artwork is just absolutely stunning. And like I said, this came with a ton of cover art. And so from now to the end of the video, honestly, I'm just gonna play it through. I'm gonna let you guys see the covers, I'm gonna shut up, and you guys can enjoy it. But before I go, like usual, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I highly appreciate if you do so. Make sure that you like the video, make sure you've hit that notification bell, and tomorrow we will be back with some indie comics. So, until the next breakdown.